Imagine this: you're settled in your seat on a plane. The takeoff is smooth. You're glancing out of the window, the skyline of New York is gradually fading. Everything feels routine, ordinary. Then, without warning, chaos. You're jolted as the engines cut out. The cabin fills with an eerie silence. Somehow, in those few seconds, a flock of birds turned your flight into a life-or-death situation. Amazingly, what unfolds is not just a test of human reflexes. It's a real-time examination of aircraft design, pilot training, and emergency planning. This is the story of US Airways Flight 1549. It's not just about what failed, but what was designed to work against all odds. Let's rewind to January 15, 2009. US Airways Flight 1549 had just taken off from LaGuardia Airport. Destination: Charlotte, North Carolina. 2 minutes into the flight, birds struck. Large birds were sucked into both engines. The engines lost thrust. The plane was forced to ditch in the Hudson River. All 155 people on board survived, but not without injuries. The NTSB report states the probable cause: bird ingestion. This isn't an isolated incident. Bird strikes occur thousands of times per year. The FAA records about 14,000 wildlife strikes annually. Airports spend millions on wildlife management. Yet, birds remain a constant threat. It seems absurd, doesn't it? A multi-million-dollar aircraft brought down by birds. Planes are designed to withstand bird strikes, but not a flock. Engines are stress-tested. Windows are reinforced. Bird radars exist but are not foolproof. So we have sophisticated technology, yet a simple bird can cause havoc. And it's not just aviation. Consider wind turbines, cars, and communication towers. All have faced bird-related issues. It shows a broader disconnect between technology and nature. Why does this problem persist? Let's explore the intricacies. Airplanes are engineered marvels, yet birds are unpredictable. They follow no flight path. The skies are their open highways. Humans decided to share this space, and we're still figuring out how to coexist. One might think, make planes stronger. Sure, but at what cost? More weight means more fuel. More fuel means more emissions. It's a balancing act. We can't armor every part. Bird strikes are not new. The Wright brothers faced them. But modern aviation is different. Planes are faster and busier. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. Airports employ various tactics: falconry, pyrotechnics, and habitat management. Effective but not perfect. Who benefits from current strategies? Airports gain from reduced delays. Airlines save on repairs. Passengers have fewer disruptions. Yet, the status quo persists because change is costly. Expectation reversal: one might think birds are the enemy. But consider this: birds are indicators of environmental health. Their presence points to ecological balance. Destroying them is not the answer. Let's talk about the human side. Imagine Captain Chesley Sullenberger. He had seconds to react. Years of training boiled down to instincts. His calm saved lives that day. Or think about the passengers. They boarded with plans for tomorrow. Business meetings, family reunions, vacations. Suddenly, tomorrow was uncertain. The relief of surviving is immense, but trauma lingers. Flight attendants were heroes too. They guided evacuations, ensured safety. Imagine the emotional toll on them. Stories from survivors bring this closer to home. One passenger thought of his daughter. Another clutched a stranger's hand. Shared fear, but shared humanity too. This matters because anyone could be them. The randomness of it all is unsettling. We depend on systems to protect us. When they falter, human resilience steps in. So, what needs to change? Should we redesign engines? Invest in better bird management? Perhaps a combination. There's a fair defense for the status quo, cost-benefit analysis. But safety is priceless. Incremental innovations can make a difference. We should advocate for more research. Cross-industry partnerships. Technology that respects nature. Expectation reversal. One might expect quicker solutions. But perhaps patience is key. Understanding bird behavior could lead to breakthroughs. In conclusion, the senseless part is not the bird strikes. It is our reluctance to innovate beyond the bare necessity. The story of Flight 1549 reminds us. Safety is a complex tapestry. Each thread is vital. We must weave it stronger.